Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're doing amazing. Wish you all a very happy week ahead. I am sure you're looking forward to this. And the topic that I'm bringing up today is why it is important to own your shadow side. Well, why did I bring this topic? Every time we always try to project our good sides, and that works. But then we forget to own our shadow sides, the dark sides, because sometimes we get trapped in the illusion of having everything good, not having anything that needs attention, and we try to hide that, just like we put it in the basement of our core and we do not want to look at it because that is something which reminds us of the lack, or something that needs our attention, or something that needs work to be done. Every light casts a shadow. And so, if you're a human being, you have both the pleasant and the unpleasant side to you. Well, if somebody says that, no, I'm perfect and I do not have a shadow side to me, then that's a lie. That's a white lie. Or it could be the person is not at all self-aware, and not being aware has its own hindsight to that. So I think a couple of weeks back, I posted some photo of mine where I had mentioned different hues of me, where I was like smiling, I was giving different moods. And then one of my fellow coaches asked me that, what about your dark sides? And then I answered her that I'm owning it slowly and slowly. And once I'm empowered to talk about it, I will definitely bring up one by one. So here it is. I thought I'll make a video on that. So today's dark side, shadow side, that I have it in me. And I want to own it. And I've owned it. And I can't tell you, it is so beautiful to own a shadow side. Initially, it is very painful, very triggering, and a part of you says that, no, I can't be this. I am not like that. I'm a good girl. I'm not supposed to feel that. I'm not someone like that. But then it's okay. You too have your shadow side, and once you own it, embrace it, and when you say that, oh, this is a part of me, and it makes us human, then it becomes so easier to own that side. So the side that I'm going to talk about today is jealousy. Yeah, jealousy is a feeling of lack, insecurity, helplessness when you see others. It's a feeling where you feel insecure, where you think that you lack something that the other possesses. So whenever you see the person having that which you secretly desire or want or dreamt of or whatever, then there's a part in you which feels very it's an unsettling feeling. It's a feeling which is hard to express, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. When you see somebody and they trigger something in you which reminds you of your lack, that, oh wow, they have this and I don't have it. And then you sit in that space of insecurity, fear, lack, not being good enough, not being deserving, not being worthy. That feeling I'm talking about. Yeah. So it requires considerable amount of courage and a lot of inner work to be able to own that side. Because very often what we do is we tend to push it away and say that, no, that's not me. Yeah. I did a lot of work um, related to this inner work through psychodrama. Through my own personal transformation journey, I worked with my coaches, and that's why today I'm being able to talk to you about this and without judgment. Yeah, that's a side of me. If there is light, there is shadow. If there is a giver in me, there is also a taker in me. If there is a kind of passion to serve people, to be compassionate towards them, there is also a side of me which gets jealous about them, their success and everything. And that's what makes us human. What we do with these things is the most important thing. And we develop these not because like, okay, one fine day I decide that I'm going to pick up this quality in me and I kind of do that. No, we don't do that, because we come to this world with a blank slate. And yeah, when we are in the womb and everything, we do, kind of absorb certain things. But net, it is a blank slate that we have. And we are given the liberty to put in whatever we want to. But before we are even capable of doing that, a lot of stuff externally comes to our slate and starts forming our psyche and our inner world and how we look at ourselves, the world. So my jealousy thing started in my growing years, and without any blame or without any regret. I would say that was a part of my journey. I was always compared with someone better than me. And I do remember vividly, clearly, in fact, there was one person with whom I was constantly compared, like be like them, be like this, whatever she is, try to do that, this, that. And then in the process, I literally forgot who I am. And I'm not taking that as an excuse. No, that's not an excuse. But everybody has a different interpretation to whatever is being told. I took it that way. And so what happened is, even after that was over, I myself planted that seed of comparison in me, and I took it forward in my life. And whenever I found someone better than me, I found someone who is better than me in any aspect, then I started having that feeling of insecurity, feeling of helplessness, fear. That unsettling feeling, which is jealousy. And this is one side of the continuum. The other side of the continuum is, I was myself a victim of being that person where others were jealous, So I've seen the impact of both the sides. Like, if I draw a continuum and you're at the middle, there's no end to it. You'll always find someone better than you, and you'll always find someone who is not better than you. But the truth is, we are unique and we have our own set of qualities, but we never honor that. We are not given a chance to honor that, sadly, because of a lot of conditioning which happens in the growing years, through the environment, through everything. And then we become that conditioner later on in life to kind of carry forward that sort of a story, and we live with that. And you know what is the hindsight of being jealous? You live a very insecure life, and constantly you also become a people pleaser in that case. You also become someone who would do so many things because that feeling of not being enough is there. It's constantly, I have to be better than someone, all those phases. So the moment you own your shadow sides, there are many. Today I'm just discussing one side of it. You realize that there's no need to actually compare with anyone. We are unique, and we come with our own set of qualities, gifts. And if we let that self in us bloom, I can't tell you how happy, contented, blissful our life can be. Most of the things that we think we need in our life is driven not by what we really want, but by what we think we want because of our dark sides. Many a times we get triggered by the other person, thinking that the other person needs to change. But the truth is, we are getting triggered because there is a part in us which is unacknowledged, and that is being mirrored by the other person. There is a need in us which is unmet, and that is being triggered by the other person. So the inward journey is amazing, is fantastic, and I have fallen in love with that journey. The more I dive deep into it, I mean, it's like layers, you know. First, there's the mask, the role that we put up to show in the world, the mask and the armor. Then there is this shadow side which we haven't owned. We have put it under the carpet. We don't want to see it. Then there is this feminine and masculine side, the yin and yang, which needs a balance. And then we have this authentic self in us. Getting an access to that authentic self is so amazing. It's like finding the nectar of life within you. And from that space, you know, you can create so many things. And once you accept yourself and your dark sides, it is so easy for you to accept everybody around you. Whenever you notice anything unpleasant in them, you know that either you haven't owned a side in you that is being triggered by them, and also realize that just like me, they too have a dark side, and it's okay to have that side, and it's okay to embrace that. But what is not okay is to be operating from your dark side. That's not okay, because that harms not only the people around you, but the most harm that it does is to you. So, yeah, if there is a giver in me, there is also a taker in me. If there is a loving, compassionate person in me, there is also a jealous, angry person in me. So we have these opposing, contradictory things in us, but only when we can find a balance, that's when we are grounded and we are being who we truly are. So next time you find yourself in that continuum where you're in the middle and somebody is up and you're low, just jump off and get off that continuum that is no longer serving, and just be you, and start noticing yourself and what you are, who you are, and that's going to curve out your path. Well, that's all I have for you all today. Until next, take care. Bye-bye. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I would love to hear from you all. What are your shadow sides, and how did you overcome that? Or if you're struggling with that, I would be happy to know and hear from you all. Okay, bye-bye. Take care. I love you all.